What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle. Yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new listens, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on, and hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are doing getting what you pay for. Right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems. Back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero, you ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos and y'all get them notifications, there's going to be some information that's going to help you win, keep you safe, or keep you entertained. So today's video, we back at it again with these new methods, these new scams that's going on in today's world that has abundance of regular people becoming scammers and fraudsters. And like I tell you guys all the time, wherever there's money being made, you can best believe there's going to be some type of scam or fraud being committed. And a lot of people are have been interested into the dark web, bro. And a lot of people who know me from the past 5, 6 years know where I stem from: the dark web world, cybersecurity, hacking, ethical hacking, things like that. And I've been in this world for a very long time, since I was about 6 years old. And I know a lot about scams. I know a lot about fraud. I know about a lot about the dark web. I know a lot about a lot. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the evolution of check scams, check fraud, glass. And a lot of people resort to trying to do this method, but the risk and the reward when it comes to doing this method is not what people think. But at the same time, there are people that are getting away with check fraud. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the different methods, the different ways that people are committing check fraud, the evolution of check fraud, and how to stay safe from check fraud. Because every day there's multiple people, there's hundreds of people trying to commit some type of check fraud. Right now, as we speak, there's hundreds of people trying to commit some type of check fraud. So it's just how the world works. At every second of the hour, there's somebody doing something that you can think of. So it's real crazy when you think about it. So that being said, let's get into it. All right. So check fraud. Check fraud has been going on around for a long time, since social media was even around. Check fraud has been going on, and check fraud was basically created when somebody cashed a check that they knew they didn't have money in their account and it actually went through. And once they figured that out, word travels, and now the world is committing check fraud. Now, 10, 15 years ago, there wasn't a such thing as tap to pay and things like that. 10 to 15, 20 years ago, everything was different. So 10 to 15 years ago, people would deposit fraudulent checks into their own bank accounts because their accounts were already mature. So a small amount of that check would clear, and they would receive those funds and then they would close their bank account. As the world evolves, as the scams evolves, the methods evolve, the bank systems evolve, you now have ways for you to take a picture of a check and deposit it. Different ways to deposit checks. So new generations pick up on things. And for the past 2 generations, there's been people who have been picking up on check fraud, and new technology has presented itself that allows people to do various ways of committing check fraud. So one ways that people commit check fraud is they steal checks and wash checks. So they figure out ways how to get checks. And 10 to 15 years ago, you've never heard of a mail carrier or mailboxes being robbed of the mail to find checks and personal information. But as the years go on and the world evolves, now you hear about mail carriers getting killed for the mail. You hear about mailboxes being robbed. You hear about people not receiving checks. You hear about people being planted inside of U.S. postal offices to work and intercept checks and cards and gift cards and things like this. So, as I said, as the world evolves, the methods and the scams evolve with it. So people find these checks, and once they find these checks, they figure out different ways. Like it's different levels. Like it's like a family tree. Like it's a tree. Like you got all these people, then these people are connected to all these people, and these people. It's just like that. So once they get these checks, they have different ways on committing fraud to being able to receive the funds. So one way they might do is they might create a fake identity around this person who's on the check. So they won't have to change anything on the check. So now they're just getting a fake ID, acting as if they are this person and cashing this check. And then you got people who wash their checks, meaning that they change information on the check to different names so they don't got to get a fake ID and they can use their own ID and everything on the check will be the same. The check number, the amount, everything, it just be a different name. Then you got people out here that steal checks from the elderly. They steal their checks and just write out checks to themselves. It might be $200 there, $400 there, $300 there. You got those type of people. Then you got the sophisticated people, and the sophisticated people are the people who are on the dark web. And what I mean about sophisticated is that it's come to the point where hackers and compromisers, whatever you want to call them, have compromised certain databases of major companies, which allow them to be able to get check templates and certain things to be able to create real checks with the watermarks, holograms from that company. So you got Walmart's, Targets, um, major stores, and by them being able to create these checks, they're basically making checks out to random people, and it's coming from that company's payroll, and they're getting real sophisticated with it. What I mean by that, they're going on these sites on the dark web and going to buy these checks and saying, "Hey, I'm in this state and I need a checks for this Walmart or this Target," and they get that specific check template from stores, and they will literally print out payroll checks. So they say I need 2 months worth of checks. So if they get paid every 2 weeks from that Walmart, they get 4 checks marked with the dates and everything, like marked and everything. So it's like so the check that the person will receive from the scammer on the dark web will be the exact same check that the people who actually are employed at these Walmarts and Targets, it'd be the exact same check. Like you put them side to side, it'd be the exact same thing. The only thing that'd be different is the name on the check and the payer or the payee of the check who's receiving the funds. It's getting that real because of the technology that's being created, that's being allowed. You got different printers now that people and all these tools that people are using to do these things are legal tools that you can buy off Amazon or different places because real companies use these tools and they're just buying these tools to do fraudulent things with them. So it's got to the point where on the dark web you can buy real life company checks and they will literally print you out checks however many that you want and it go by pay period. So it'll basically be lined up with a real pay period, real check, and a real withdrawals as you if that person is an employee from that company. Like it's getting real technical with these scams and this fraud. So The evolution of scams and fraud is definitely on the rise, and it's just going to keep rising. It's going to keep changing. It's going to keep being new ways for people to do things when it comes to checks. A lot of people are getting caught with checks. A lot of banks are hip to the check scams and the check fraud that's going on because it happens all day, every day. So, like I tell people, bank employees are suspicious of anybody who walks into the bank. Everybody, until they prove that they are not suspicious. And sometimes check scammers actually get away with cashing some fraudulent checks. But for some odd reason, on the third try, it always fails for them. Like they might get away with two checks, and that third check that they always, or that third withdrawal that they try to get, it goes bad. So, like I tell you guys all the time, be more safe, be more cautious, and be more aware out here because people are robbing mail carriers, mailboxes, stealing identities and things to correct these checks. So, like I tell you guys all the time, get your Norton Life Block that will monitor all your social media accounts and your financial accounts to make sure no suspicious activity is going on. And it will monitor the dark web to make sure none of your personal information is floating around for people to buy. So make sure y'all get them Norton Life Blocks. Also, make sure you freeze for credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experience so nobody can get anything in your name. Make sure you guys are getting new debit card and credit cards every so often with new information. We tap, swipe, insert, order online all day, every day from so many different places. And our information is stored on these databases every time we do. And once we get a new credit card or debit card with new information, it's basically a fresh start, and that old information will no longer be valid. And there's always a compromised link or a hack that's going on with these with information and stuff and phones and all the time. So it's just about staying more safe, staying more cautious, and being more aware. And new information will keep you safe because that old information will no longer be valid. So make sure you guys are paying more attention to what's going on out here in the world. Don't be a fool. Don't be a runner. Don't have somebody trying to trick you into cashing these fraudulent checks into your own account. Just stay more safe, stay more cautious, and be more aware of what's going on out here in this real crazy world that we live in. All right, so shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce, and y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime one-on-one limited gyms are $1,000. But for limited time only, I'm doing them for 600. Yes, 600 cash app or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your cash app or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know you payment ready, and we will go from there. All right. No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 250. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the crypto tour in person limited gyms, 3,500. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the month long mentorship, $1,000. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato app. Millionaire Network and World. Still looking for people for the production company. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell on my YouTube channels, my Twitch, my IGs, and TikToks. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world because it's changing people's lives. And make sure y'all checking out getting these loads, $100 in a cash app Bitcoin payment. Don't miss out. Let's get to the bag. Let's win, elevate, and grow together. All right. So with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson, video, or live. Peace.